But I think that people are easily outraged and they fake outrage. And I think that this a more I don't think it's a reflection of them and their marketing. I think it's a reflection of how easily black people are, because it's funny. If you look at the Dunkin' Donuts landscape, and the majority of the people that actually have Dunkin' Donuts franchises, it's not even white people, it's Indians.
Sure.
So why aren't Indians outraged, but black people are?
But you also got to look. I mean, those videos you showed, it wasn't just black people; it was white people as well. So I mean,
well, yeah, of course, we always gonna have white apologists that want to try to bend the knee in order to appease black people, but we don't count them. That's the septum ring theory.
But Anton, it was more white folks opposed to it than black folks, and the black folks who were in that particular video were just explaining a lot of the.
Well, that's an NBC propaganda video. I can go and pull all white people in order to be a part of that particular video.
Well, Anton, I'm gonna
that's like more white people that are upset.
I'm gonna do you like you do us, and I ain't rich, but I got $5. Find a video of 5 black people, and I got $5 for you right now.
I'll match that 5 as well.
Yesterday when I dropped the video, I showed.
We got $10 for you right now.
Well, listen.
Videos
I don't even. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't even scratch my nuts with $10. So you can't even get me to lead a house for $10. So that's not a good argument. But the fact of the matter is, I don't care if it's white people or black people. The fact of the matter is, it's a liberal mindset, white apologists, which I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to in the next segment. And anybody can be outraged at anything. In the same way that Carmen just had the conversation, people were outraged at Ralph Lauren paying homage to Oak Bluffs. And that y'all then wanted us to, it wasn't just enough to pay homage to Oak Bluffs. We also had to pay homage to the hood, to the niggas that was boosting the gear. Like, what the fuck is that? Like, people are going to be outraged no matter what, is my point. And I don't understand why y'all are so easily outraged when y'all can go and support FUBU.
I agree.
Why don't you go get some FUBU?
Not FUBU.
You know why y'all don't fuck with FUBU?
None of them FUBU. Come back.
The reason why y'all don't fuck with FUBU is because here's the true idea behind marketing. Black people don't even value something unless white people say that it's awesome.
But hold on, can we talk about that though?
That is the opposite.
Black people don't even like it until white people put their stamp on it.
But why is that, Anton? Let's
hold on, wait. That goes for clothes, that goes for hoes, and it goes for your neighborhood.
No.
Okay,
but why is that? Why is that? Why is that? Why are we cursed? How do we get cursed, Anton?
I don't know. Maybe God said that we was cursed.
You know, so you wouldn't think it's 400 years of psychological.
I don't.
Actually, more than 400 years. You wouldn't think it's
because the African booty scratchers think the same thing.
But okay, let me ask you this: who was colonized by those?
Listen. Before white people ever was able to capture a slave, they used black people to do it.
True. But at the same time, who was made who?
Crips and Bloods was doing the same thing that the African booty scratchers on this side and the African booty scratchers on this side was doing.
But let me ask you this though: who was the dominant race in history that was colonizing? What color of the skin were they?
Don't even matter.
It does matter. It does matter because look at prime example. Hold on, prime example. Queen of England. Hold on, Queen of England, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hong Kong back in 1992, I think it's in the 90s, became an own independent country.
The thing about slavery, if you understand it, is that slavery has existed on every single continent.
Correct. But the way that the Americans did slavery.
Throughout history. But we're the only ones that's still leaning on that shit in order to justify why we still sucking.
Well, here's hold on. So I'm glad you brought that up. It's not we're leaning on slavery. If you look at every decade,
you leaned on slavery.
I'm not leaning on slavery at all. I'm leaning on white supremacy because of the fact that if you look at every single decade to the black community, there has been an atrocity that has occurred that has set us back.
Mm-hmm.
The 90s.
Can I just say this?
Black people as a whole.
We gonna come to you, big dog. Give me 1 second.
Hold on 1 second.
The 90s, the crack epidemic.
Facts.
Okay. The 80s, same thing with the 80s. Then you can say the 70s was the heroin, and then
okay, so cool. So what happened?
Let's fast forward to now.
Wait. Because in the 50s we were better off than we ever were, but we actually experienced more racism, right?
correct.
We had more home ownership. We had more wealth. We had more professionals.
But
we had more families together. We had people actually dressing up to go to goddamn baseball games.
correct. But after the 50s, what happened?
So hold on, wait a minute. So in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s, what was our atrocities that set us back?
I mean, still the drug epidemic still reigns for supreme, but there's nothing catastrophic on that level. But still, it takes more than 20 years to amend the law.
You know what happened?
Go for it.
Y'all start voting Democrat and y'all start tying yourselves to the Democratic
Wait,
Party.
no, that's not true at all, because Democrats, we've been voting Democrats since the 60s. Before that. But when it got changed to Richard Nixon.
That's my point. That's my point.
But here's the thing about it. You missed out a key point, though.
You're missing it. In the 60s is when we started to actually start falling apart. That's why I used the 50s to illustrate a point.
But what happened in the 60s, though?
Women started tying themselves to the federal government.
Why did they start tying themselves to the federal government?
They started leaving their households. They started following behind white women in order to advocate for feminism. And that's when they started to blow up the whole thing of the black community.
On top of that, what else happened in the 60s?
The destroying of the black community came with a liberal mindset. And it's still happening today. That's why you couldn't actually identify anything in the 2000s, 2010s, and 2020s because we're still doing the same thing, but we're further behind than we were 30 years ago. But even though there's no specific atrocity that is targeted inside of the black community, we are still falling further behind because we still have a mindset. Listen, even if mindset is key, because it doesn't matter what the fuck you give me, I'm never gonna sniff crack. You could do it, and that's not to say that the federal government shouldn't be held accountable for what it is that they did in the CIA as far as flooding the black community with crack, right? I'm not at all absolving them. But two things has to be true. Bro, you can do whatever it is, you can put whatever it is that you want to put in front of me, but there's nothing that you can do that would absolutely positively have me going down that path, because I still have choice. And so the thing that prevents black people from growing is that they keep on putting all of their eggs in a basket of somebody else determining what their fate is for them instead of taking control of their own communities. What are you talking about? I'm looking over there in Minnesota and I see goddamn black faces everywhere. All I see is Somalians. Have you ever been in Minneapolis? It's crazy. It look like Somalia over there. And it ain't shit that you can do to drive them people out. You know why? Because when they determine to do something and when they determine to be successful, that's just what it is. They practice group economics. They don't give a fuck about what nobody else say in front of them or say about them. They gonna do what they want to do. They gonna run from there. They gonna take that bitch over, and that's the end of the conversation.
So let me say something really quickly. That was an elegant soliloquy out of the Republican Fox News playbook. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. But let's talk about this. In the 60s, what happened? Outsourcing happened. You're in Detroit. It became the Rust Belt. All the jobs went overseas. So that crippled the middle class.
As a result of what? Wait. You leaving a key thing out. As a result of what?
Enlighten me, sir.
Voting for President Clinton.
Okay. So you're telling me
having
outsourcing
a liberal mindset, you voted for Clinton. Clinton shipped all of your goddamn jobs out, and now you didn't have any backbone to stand on. See, you want to leave out key parts that I'm already familiar with.
Sure. Okay, then fine. Okay, fine. You say it's liberal mindset. Sure, if you want to believe that, go right ahead. But nonetheless, what occurred? Jobs got shipped out, and men are told in this as a construct of America, you got to be a protector and provider, right? So what are you going to go do? You're either going to fight or flight. You're going to rise to the occasion and figure it out. So you're going to go out and rob, steal, drug deal, or you're going to become a junkie because you can't deal with the pressure.
Oh, so those are your only two options?
No, not necessarily. You can try to figure it out, but for the vast majority, that's their only two options.
You couldn't go work for the post office, or you couldn't go and get educated. You couldn't go to community college. You couldn't do nothing.
The middle class got crippled.
Your only two options is to goddamn go and work at the plant or go and sell crack?
Not necessarily, no. But majority of the people, that's what their options were. And so that's what happened. On top of, you know what, actually, I take that back. You know what happened in the 2000s and 2010s? The mass incarceration complex, the military, the prison pipeline. So what do we say? So it crippled. So, but hold on, let me say this really quickly. I'm not saying a desperation. Let me say this really quickly. The problem is the reason why nothing happened in the 2000, 2010, and 2020s. Look at Chicago. All the OGs got locked up. So you got a bunch of hooligans, savages. It's the Lord of the Flies out there. So how can you really build if you got babies teaching babies?
It's because they got locked up. It's not because of what they did to get locked up. It's not because of the rap music. It's not because of what we continue to embrace as the thing that we celebrate the most. None of that matters. It's about what happened to us. It's not about how we put ourselves in that position.
No, I agree with you. We did play a hand in what happened to us, but at the same time, we can't also deny what white supremacy also has aided in that.
White supremacy did it. Okay.
I'm not saying white supremacy aided. That's why critical race theory is so important.
White supremacy did it to us.
If they played a hand, you just admitted that the CIA flooded the streets with crack.
Facts. But they also
so what are we saying here?
Wait. We also flooded white America with opioid addiction.
And look what happened.
We also flooded Hollywood with cocaine.
Yeah, but look what happened though.
We also built up Miami, which is largely Cuban and immigrant base, with the drugs, and that's the foundation of.
But look what happened with the opioids and crack epidemic.
Hold on. Let's look at all of the atrocities. We also had the banking crisis in which people absolutely got their homes taken and destroyed, right?
Correct.
We also had the pandemic. We also had the .com bubble bust in which the majority of people's wealth got taken in that instance. We also had a lot of opportunities when it came to buying our homes and purchasing our homes and keeping our community safe, but we gave that up too. It's a lot of things that we can cite that has affected more than just the Black community, but for some reason, we can't figure that shit out. We got the blueprint. We continue to have children out of wedlock. We continue to tie ourselves to family court system. The thing that Black people asked for during this last election was largely based off of the idea that they wanted family court laws to change, right? The thing that Kamala Harris pitched to y'all was weed legalized on a federal level. Y'all wasn't even insulted by that shit. Y'all still voted for in droves at a 92% clip for women and at a 78% clip for Black men. You don't think that our mindset is the problem? Listen, you wouldn't even be able to infiltrate the community if you wasn't so gullible and you didn't take liberal talking points to then justify why it is that you're in a position that you're in the first place.
But Anton,
for some reason, I think that you are a successful man.
I am a successful man. I've been blessed. I've been fortunate. But let me ask you, hold on, before you finish that.
You've also chosen to be successful.
Correct. But here's the thing about it. You're right. It is choice.
You are doing your community a disservice by continuing to give them excuses as to why they can't, or they shouldn't be in the same position as you.
I'm not giving them, you're not giving them excuses, but you have to understand context and nuance. And so therefore, you have to understand what happened. That's why I'm going to
give me some American Eagle jeans.
That's good. Hey, go ahead, right ahead. So go support it. That's, you do that. You're a content creator. You're an influencer. So there you go.
Go get you some FUBUs too.
I will. I support a lot of Black businesses. But nonetheless, the problem is, but look at, hold on.
Are you supporting?
Say that again.
What Black jean company are you supporting?
It's hold on. It's a Black dude. It's on Instagram. I can't think of it right now, but I bought jeans from there. It's this local company. I'll give you the name. Give me a second. But let's talk about, look at what happened with the opioid crisis and the crack crisis. Crack, they lock people up. Lock niggas up real quick. Opioid crisis, when it hit suburbia and little Susie and Karen out here turning tricks for some pills, oh my God, we got to get these people help. We got to figure this out.
They meth heads.
Exactly. But yeah, hey, we got to get these people some help. This is a real epidemic right now. Well, when crack happened, it was just lock them up.
I agree.
So you agree to lock up the white people as well?
Yeah, 100%.
So where's your outrage why they call it the opioid crisis and epidemic?
I wasn't outraged at either one because I'm not an opioid addict and I didn't have a crack problem.
But again, but look how it's portrayed as. But then also you saying the .com bubbles, the all the atrocities. Who are the CEOs in those positions?
No, we're not gonna do this because now you way off. And you really gonna deviate against what it is that we talking about, because we're gonna go into that on the next. We actually got it set up to where we're gonna go into that on the next subject. So I don't want to, you know what I'm saying, go into something that we already got planned. But I know my man down here, I forgot
Tank.
what his name is, Tank.
Go ahead, Tank.
The only thing I wanted to say on the topic, because these things are all true. It's kind of circular. We're just going in circles. But when I go overseas, I've traveled all around the world. I serve in the military. The only place that people call me black is in America.
I'm sorry. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna mute everybody so that we can hear more effectively, because your audio is kind of going out a little bit.
Go ahead, try to Tank.
Is that better?
Go ahead.
Hold on, I got my. Is that better?
Yeah, that's why. Yeah, go ahead.
All right. My bad. All I'm saying is these conversations are all needed and everything. You guys, I agree with a lot of points you guys made. But with me serving in the military and just traveling around the world for a long time, the only time I deal with this type of stuff is in America. People don't consider me black or none of that. When I go to other places, you just treat people with respect. We all a human race. I don't participate in races. I don't believe in color. I treat people by their characteristics and their background and you know what they do, how they treat each other.
So do you think the American Eagle ad is
Absolutely?
Okay, how?
Well, with the innuendos and as far as the subliminal messaging behind the words mean things. This type of messaging has been going on forever, and now they're just blatant with it. And instead of us just turning a blind eye because we're so used to it, it doesn't mean that it's not there.
What words did they use that triggered the racist part?
Jeans, blue eyes, superior race.
They said superior race.
Well, superior, like white is like a color is better than
They
another
never
color.
said any of that type of
Yeah,
stuff.
they didn't say that. Yeah.
You just added that in there.
Jeans and blue eyes is enough for me. With a skinny white woman with baggy jeans with a black look is enough for me.
Black lip.
So
A black look, meaning baggy jeans. Them jeans weren't fitting. They were baggy, like it's shots. It's like what people used to wear, black jeans, hip hop, all the history of it. You say that it's not triggering, but I say this stuff been going on forever. I mean, since the 20s. Like
What?
conditioning.
Did you see the ad?
Television. Look at
Did you see
television. It's
Did
all
you
the
see that?
same.
Wait,
Yeah, I
wait,
saw
wait,
that.
wait.
I watched it.
So you seen the ad, and you
The whole
think
ad.
you saying that they use these racist words in this ad?
It's subliminal.
Oh, so it's subliminal now.
Yes, all of it is conditioning of the mind. Everything on television, everything in media, everything that is in an ad is subliminal. It's conditioning of a
So
audience,
subliminally,
of the
what
masses.
were they, wait. Subliminally, what were they telling you in the ad?
I just told you. Eugenics.
I'm a C student, so you gotta.
Eugenics.
Okay, specifically,
Eugenics.
what is eugenics?
Eugenics is basically
What the hell is that?
the belief that science versus God. That's what it comes down to.
And how is that applicable when it comes to racism?
How is it applicable when it comes to racism?
Yes, sir. I'm asking you because I don't know.
Because it divides a people based on color versus who they are as people.
No. Specifically, this ad, eugenics, what is it implying? What is it saying from a racist perspective?
Well, if you understand what eugenics is and you understand what it's implying, and if you don't, then
I asked you for clarification.
Then you need to look up the people who started eugenics.
No, I'm asking you. Can you give me some insight into how eugenics, the meaning of it, and how it plays into this specific conversation?
Because it plays into the theory of evolution.
Explain.
Evolutionary science, that there are superiorities based on phenotypes or based on your race, or they believe that black people come from a certain phenotype, as well as white people come from a certain group. The people that created eugenics, science.
Well,
Most
the
of this stuff is based in
inspiration of it
science.
comes from Nazi Germany. All right?
Exactly.
So that's the real inspiration. But that wasn't even applicable to black people. That was applicable to Jewish people. All right. So
But where did the Jewish people come from?
So if we want to use the argument of that, then why are black people the ones so offended when it's not even applicable to us when it comes to these phenotypes that you're saying is being marketed subliminally?
Because they're the ones that named you black. There's no such thing as black people.
Yeah,
There's no such thing as a black nation.
There's
no such thing as black at all.
You going into this whole thing, and it's not even relevant to the conversation. What I'm asking,
you say, how is it racist?
What I'm asking is, the subliminal marketing from they. Okay. American Eagle is a publicly owned company, meaning that anybody can own it. Shareholders, there is no they. The only people that own it are the shareholders that are looking to get a profit back from the company. Wait. There is no white man. There's no white man at the top that owns this company. If we wanted to, we can all pool our resources together and own a majority of it if we just so wanted to do that, right? It is a publicly traded company. And what I'm asking you is, how are they using marketing to subliminally talk about eugenics instead of trying to bring value back to shareholders? Because I hear about this they, and we always use they to justify white man.
Well, as far as a shareholder and how that's not even my concern. So I have no
concern.
Because
if we're talking about somebody that's approving a marketing budget, and we're talking about board members and shareholders and the people that own the company, then you'd have to go all the way to the top. And so since it's a publicly traded company, meaning that I can go and buy American Eagle right now, which is one of the reasons why the stock price is up, then we have to start having a conversation in its entirety and why we are offended by this supposed day, right?